Hi guys, it's Matthew again for Transform Forever. I wanted to talk about how, do a video about how calorie deficit can be explained for people who are just starting exercise. So basically, what is a calorie deficit? So a calorie deficit is when you basically take the amount that you're supposed to have, amount of calories you're supposed to have in a day, and subtract the amount according to what your basal metabolic rate is. So let's say, for example, my BMR or basal metabolic rate is 2,400. So in order to lose weight, you need to have at least sort of 300 to 500 calorie deficit a day. So in that case, you'll be looking at sort of having 2,000 to 2,200 calories a day every single day for say 2 weeks, and you'll start to sort of lose weight. So 3,500 calories is actually a pound of body fat. So if you had 500 calorie deficit every day for a week, you lose a pound of body fat based on what I said there. But obviously that's just an example of that. So there's another thing called, I think it's TDEE, which is Thermo Dynamic Energy Expenditure, I believe. So what that is the amount of energy you use up in a day. So that's how it should be, but it includes things like breathing, walking, exercise, anything you do that expends energy. So obviously you need to take that into account as well. So if you're doing exercise, you're then going to burn more calories, obviously. So typically any type of sort of half an hour, 45-minute workout, for example, which I would recommend for a beginner to do, you probably burn about anywhere between 100 and 200 calories in a workout. So if you add that onto your calorie deficit in terms of your food, then that would be, say it's 500 plus that as well. So you're looking at 650 to 700 calories. Now obviously, when you first start, you're not going to be doing exercise every single day. You'll be doing 2, 3, maybe potentially 4 times a week, depending on the intensity of it. I mean, me personally, I'd recommend doing 2 to 3 times a week to start with, for the first month in particular, so you can get used to the routine of what you're doing. And then once you're used to that, then you can increase it, which will then inevitably then speed up your results. But obviously, as you get thinner, or as you lose weight, the calories going to go down, obviously. So the example I said earlier was 2,400. So obviously, if you lose a stone, for example, that would probably go down to 2,200, 2,150, something like that. So you've also got to take that into account as well. So you might want to reduce the amount of calories that you're in deficit by from, let's say, 500 to 350, for example, because you have to take into account how much weight you're losing as well, which is then going to have an impact on what your results are going to be as you lose more weight, and then you need to adjust it probably every 4 to 5 weeks to get the best results. So yeah, guys, I hope that helps you. If you have any questions, please comment below with anything that you're unsure about, and I'll try my best to get back to you as soon as possible. But yeah, if you can like, share, subscribe, comment below, that really does help the channel. And I'll see you in the next video.